add my voice, and this is something that's been on my mind. I just need to get it out and do it in a way as if we were just having a casual conversation as we talk about some of the individual letters. Alright, I'm going to be jumping around from different letters. I'm not going to go through every letter of the alphabet. It will be here forever. So I thought we'd start off with this shape. Again, it's symbol with diagonal lines put together to represent the sound W. But what do we say that symbol is, or that letter is? We say it's W. So in order to say this letter, in order to say one of the core simple letters of the alphabet of the language, you have to know how to say these other letters. W. What does that even make sense? This should be the letter B, what, however you want to say it. We'd have to get into some discussion as to whether it should sound like W or W, and if we need two letters for each of those types of sounds, because you really just can't make a W sound without that or W. See how there's a slight change? But in any case, letter W in most cases has the W sound, as in water, where, when, and then of course there's some inconsistency in the word who. All of a sudden, you're not pronouncing W with a W sound. You're just kind of ignoring it and saying H sound. And then O is not O. So technically, the word who, if we are to pronounce each of these symbols based on the phonetic phoneme that they should represent, a unique sound, W, and O, that should be the word W-H-O. But instead it's who. It's the H sound of H, which is fine. That's consistent. And then O all of a sudden becomes who. Again, apple becomes an orange. So the first matter is that we should stop teaching this symbol, that shape, as the letter W. That's just no. Okay? It's the letter W. You teach O. You say O is car sandwich. No, you say O is O, the way it sounds. The same thing with this. Letter W. It should be as it's used in the various words. The next letter of the alphabet that needs to be fixed is the letter as we say it, or these two vertical lines with a line in the middle, which looks like a bed, is the letter H. So how do we say this symbol? We don't say it, we don't teach it as the letter as how it's often used. We teach it by saying it's the letter H. Again, that doesn't make any sense. So let's get rid of that. And from now on, we start saying the letter. Now, again, there's that little bit of unsurety when it comes to how you say that letter as or there's that slight change there. There's the H, sometimes it sounds like that, sometimes it sounds like UH. Those are just kind of like the phonetic representations of vowel. So we have act. If this is the letter H, then why aren't you saying H act? No, we're saying hat. So then the letter H should no longer be taught as H, but it's the letter. So again, it's not a jab, it's not a chair, it's not a jom, it's hat, hair, and home. Okay? Now, again, I know we could go over every letter of the alphabet, and there's a lot of other examples that I'm not providing here. When it comes to each letter, like H and O, or different ways it might sound or it's used, etc., that might not make any sense or are illogical, but I don't want to spend an hour on each letter. Okay, so I'm just using some real basic examples here. The next letter of the English alphabet that needs to be fixed is this shape, that symbol, kind of an open O, the letter, as we currently teach it, C. And again, the inconsistency is when you need to say what that letter is or how to teach it by using these other words. C as an S-E-E or C as an S-E-A. But then, when you go to use this letter, and this is one of the reasons why English language is probably one of the hardest languages to learn with all these various inconsistencies and illogical aspects. When you go to use this letter that you have been taught is the letter C, which is a different word, two different words. You're actually now using it to make a hard sound, like the letter K, as in call. But then it gets more interesting when you put an H behind the C, and now that combination becomes sh. That's a whole separate other sound. Should be represented by one symbol, one letter, which I'm going to get into after some more of the individual letters. So we have the word champagne. C and H all of a sudden becomes sh. Then we have the word chair. C and H in that situation becomes ch. And that's another sound which should have its own symbol in the alphabet. So more inconsistency, not just the way we teach how to say that letter of the alphabet is, but again, the sound that it makes. Now, we also have a word like let's go. All of a sudden, we have the letter C, which also makes the sound, now makes the sound like the letter S. One of my favorites. Circle. We have one symbol used twice in the same word, and it has two different sounds. How is that even logical? If this word is supposed to be pronounced as circle, then the beginning letter should be S, not C. And if it's supposed to be spelled circle, as it is, then there should be some consistency in how that letter is pronounced in that word. So it should be kirkle or circle. Again, an apple is always an apple. It's never an orange. You don't put an apple and a pineapple and a lemon and another apple and then say it's apple, pineapple, lemon, strawberry for the second apple. No, it's always an apple wherever you put the apple. And the same with the letter C. It should always represent one sound, kirk. Someone has to make the determination of what sound it should make. And if it's going to make the k sound, then the letter K, which makes the sound, should represent another sound or not be used anymore. But again, consistency. This symbol, this shape, should be one sound in every situation, in every word. All right, the next suspect is the letter A. Now, we do have some consistency with some of the vowels, O and A. A, like O, and like E, this symbol, two diagonal lines, one in the middle, represents one sound, A. Unfortunately, this symbol is not consistent depending upon how it's used. We have the long A sound as in hay. Then we have the, I guess this is a soft sound as in hat, at. So we have A, we have at. And then we have the sound when it's used in a word like what. So we have one symbol making at least three sounds. I'm not sure if there's any other ways of copying sound, but just for starters, we have three different sounds, A, at, and represented by one symbol, and that's not logical. So this symbol, which is the uppercase A, and I'm going to get into uppercase and lowercase once I get through some more of the letters and a couple of the sounds that don't have any letters associated with them. Uppercase A, we have to determine what sound is going to be. Is it going to be at, or is it going to be We shouldn't change sounds based on the type of word it's in. That's not logical. Now, when it comes to redundancy, like I touched on at the beginning of this video, here's a redundancy right here too. Hey, if A is already making the long A sound, then we don't need Y at the end. Now, I know that also looks like the word ha, so maybe what we do is in that case, that sound is represented by another notes, which I know that's done phonetically. That's exactly the phonetic counterpart for the sound. But I'm just saying, in this example, if we want to say the word ha, then we would say H plus whatever the symbol or letter is for the sound. If we want to say not hey, how are you? We have this combination, EY, which also has the A sound. That doesn't make any sense. So we have to think about how we change that word. So there are a lot of different aspects and technicalities when it comes to how we English language. But again, we need a way to be consistent, uniform, and something that just is simple and makes sense. We shouldn't have H, E, and then W, E, H. All having that one sound A. It's confusing, and that's probably what makes the English language problematic for people. Letter we're going to talk about is the letter O. And we say that letter phonetically as O. And that sound is used in words. No. So far we have some consistency on how that letter, that symbol, that circle represents one sound. We have words that represent that sound. And now here comes the absurdity and inconsistency. Gone. Gone. Now the apple, letter O, has turned into a kind of went from sounding like oh and no, go and so, sounding like a. Now it's taking a completely different sound. So if you want the O in G and E sound like aw, then change that to 2 dots. A little curvature. I believe there is a phonetic way of representing the O in that situation. It might be 2 dots over the O. I don't really know. Again, I'm not an expert on the phonetics. But maybe we introduce the phonetic symbol into the English alphabet. Now, we shouldn't have to go to a dictionary. We shouldn't have a secret decoder ring, phonetics, to know how to say that word. It should be obvious, it should be simple, and straightforward. How do you say it? By looking at those letters. Not by going to a dictionary and seeing a whole bunch of other symbols. Now, if you think that was inconsistent, let's make things even more complicated, shall we? The word L, N, W, N. So there we have the AW making the aw sound. And you're gone. Again, more inconsistency, not very logical, doesn't make sense. I know this is not the letter O, but I'm just using this example that we have 2 other letters that represent 2 other different sounds. When combined, become aw. Technically, this word, if we are to say this word based on how similar the sound, this should be la-a-wuna, la-a-wuna, or la-a-w-n. The symbol is double, which we never la-a-wuna. No, we say lawn. So if it's supposed to be pronounced lawn, then it should be L, whatever symbol for the R sound, and then N for the N sound. Lawn. And that's just kind of one of the examples that I'll be discussing how to maybe possibly improve or change the alphabet and introduce new letters, possibly change the words we used to know. Now we have another example of an inconsistency. The word to. Now we're putting the O where the apple is always an apple. So we're putting the same symbol back to back. So that, knowing how the letters represent one sound, you would think, oh, that's the word to-o. No, it's to-oo. All of a sudden, o-o equals the sound, or e-w, is probably better, e-w. That doesn't make any sense. So if you want this word to sound like to, well, you get rid of the w, and you introduce whatever letter is supposed to represent the oo sound, because oo, that sounds like one sound. It doesn't really sound like multiple sounds put together, like air, oo. That's one sound. So you should have one symbol representing it in the alphabet. So maybe it's E with the 2 dots over, whatever you want it to be. Okay? That is a letter and some of the logical inconsistencies that are found in its use. Okay, the last letter we're going to talk about, and there's a whole bunch that I've kind of prepared, but again, to prevent this video from being 3 hours long, is this symbol, 2 diagonal lines, which represents when taught, the sound X or E-A-K-S. However you would like to spell it out phonetically. In order to say this symbol, you have to know how to say the other sound, the other letters. So this symbol is taught as the letter X. That's 3 sounds you made to represent the sound that symbol is supposed to represent. And the sound sometimes is also represented by another sound, the last letter in the English alphabet, as in xylophone. We also have X-ray, 6. So what unique sound is represented by this symbol? I don't think there is a unique sound. To say X-ray, you have to know how to say and those are represented by the current letters of the alphabet, E, K, and S. To say this word, xylophone, well, you have to know how to pronounce this letter, Z. So, how does that make any sense? So, if you want this word to be xylophone, let's be logical about this. Simple, straightforward. So maybe this symbol, you think about what sound it's now, I don't have all the different uses of the letter X and all the different words it might be in, but those are the main examples of how the letter X is used. And that's going to conclude analyzing and discussing each individual letter. Now I'm going to move into 2 sounds that don't have any letter representation in the alphabet. Let's talk about the OO sound, which you would phonetically, somewhat phonetically, spell it out by using E. And here's all the different ways, inconsistent and absurd and illogical ways in which that sound is represented in different words. We have the word shoe, through, menu, let's go, and caribou. I don't know if there's any more examples of the OO sound. These are some of the ones that I found in the book. So we have OO, makes the OO sound. We have UE, making the OO sound. We have OE. We have OUGH. We have EW. We have just U at the end. We have I, E, U. And we have OU. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different ways and letter combinations that make the OO sound. How is that logical? It doesn't make any sense. So, again, we have to come up with one letter in the English alphabet that is going to represent the OO sound. Is it 2 O's? No. Because just the O, that symbol, makes the O sound. Change T-O-O to whatever it needs to sound like. U-E is inconsistent and redundant. You don't need for those 2 letters for actual letters to come together and all of a sudden become a new type of fruit. No. The U makes the sound again, have that discussion. Then we have the E. Technically, if we're going to look at that and pronounce it the way those letters represent a certain sound, then it's actually a U. This would be the O. This would be the and the N-U, the I-U. You can see we don't currently say them that way, but it just doesn't make sense. All these different combinations represent that one sound. That one sound should be represented by one symbol. Okay, the last sound that I'm going to talk about is the sound. That's one sound. It's not like car. You can hear multiple sounds, a difference in sound. Shh. That sounds like one sound, doesn't it? Like s. So the sh sound is usually represented by an SH, which is just illogical. And redundant. We shouldn't have two letters representing one sound. Let's break down the different combinations and more inconsistency and absurdity on how this one sound is represented by different letter combinations. So we have motion. More redundancy, more absurdity, lack of logic. Two S's together become sh. But then, if you think about it, in the word G-L-A-S-S, glass, the two S's make the s sound. You see? There's no consistency. Two S's here make this sound. Two S's in that word make this sh sound. So, again, one sound needs to be represented by one letter in the English vowel. I don't know what that letter should be. Maybe the letter X, since the letter X is making the Z sound and the X sound that EKS make should represent the SH sound. So wish would become WIX. Motion would become champagne would become X. AM would become OXN. Sugar, X. Passion, X. Again, I'm not saying that the sh sound should be represented by X, but it does need one letter to represent it. And you just see all the different ways, the different letter combinations that make the sh. How is that logical? How does it make any sense for T and I of, T-I-O-N to make a sh sound? Those letters are supposed to represent one unique sound, consistent across the board every time you use. This would be Ma'otion, technically, but no, it becomes a whole other creature.
Let's go.
So this is the part where I propose possibly new letters for the sounds that don't have any letters currently associated with them, or I should say a single letter. So we need some new letters or a new letter for the oo sound, for the all sound, as in lawn or gone. The ch sound, which is currently represented by a combination of C and H. The sh sound. The sound. That's one sound represented by TH, like that. That should have one letter associated with it, that sound. And the sound. That is one individual sound, have one letter associated with it. The letter U is often used to make the sound, also makes the long U sound. There's no need for that. One letter, you gotta be consistent. One letter for each sound. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably a lot more. Some off the top of my head. That should have letters to represent them. And therefore, we would increase the 26 letters of the alphabet to 32, at least, to make letters that represent those sounds. Okay, the last little topic I want to talk about is upper and lowercase. Now, I don't want to get too much a discussion about this, whether it's necessary, but let's just take a look at what we have here. We have upper and lowercase symbols to represent certain sounds. Right? This is the letter A. A is one sound. The letter B makes the B sound, okay, and so on and so forth. But yet, in some instances, the letter remains the same shape, the same symbol. The letter C looks the same. Letter upper lower, the letter O, the letter Z. But it gets a little irrational when it comes to the letter Q. You have a small circle shape, tail, but the uppercase becomes an O with a line through it. That's not consistent. Why not just make the lowercase q a smaller version of the uppercase? So Q appears like that. The letter A. The letters and lowercase look completely different. Why not either make lowercase a the same as uppercase, lowercase and uppercase both look the same as lowercase? So that's more inconsistency, and it doesn't make much sense. If the symbol is supposed to represent one sound, then the symbol should look the same. It should be consistent. Look at this Q. Two completely different shapes and symbols to represent one sound. So, uppercase and lowercase need to be addressed. I don't know if we need to get rid of just uppercase and lowercase altogether, but at least, in the very least, make each letter between upper and lowercase look the same. Okay, for the sake of argument, let's just say, ideally, all of a sudden, we've come up with a new alphabet. Let's take some of the existing words as we spell them today and apply this new mindset to them, okay? Let's take the word apple. Let's say that for all intents and purposes, like I said, we've fixed the English alphabet, no more redundancy, simple, straightforward. This symbol, the lowercase letter A, now represents the A sound, and a totally different symbol represents the long A sound. We have P which represents the sound. We have L, which represents the O sound. And then we have E, which represents the long E sound, or the E sound. So if we are to apply this new type of logic that we discussed here in this video, and which may have been discussed by other folks looking to reform the alphabet, let's apply this new logic. So after spelling, that now becomes A. Now spelled apple. Apple. Two letters. That's it. That is the new spelling. Should we start to spell things the way we say them? Let's be consistent. Let's be logical. Okay? Simple, straightforward. Apple. There you go. 2 P's. That doesn't make any sense. If you're putting 2 P's in, then you should actually, technically, be pronouncing apple like apple. And with the E at the end, it should be apple. You're not. You're not even pronouncing the E, you're just saying apple. And you're stopping before you get to the E. Another example. Look at this. The word scissors. There's a lot of other words that are a disaster. Math, daughter. Look at this. The S-C-I-S-S-O-R-S. You're not even pronouncing the C. Right? Instead of saying skizzers, or the O makes the O sound, so really technically it should be skizzors. Or if the I is supposed to be long I, always, never consistent, maybe it should be skyzors. But no, we say scissors. Then we have 2 S's. No need for 2 S's on. Another S at the beginning. Another S there. Why not 2 S's? 2 S's here. No, it just doesn't make any sense. 1 S is all that's needed to make this sound. So again, based on the logic and the way we say things, to be simple, straightforward, scissors now becomes S-I-Z-R-Z. Scissors. There you have it. 5 letters instead of 4, 6, 8. Simple and straightforward. Do one more example. Too many unnecessary letters in there to make the sound laughter. Laughter. 5 sounds are made. L-A-F-T-R. No more of this E-R. It's the sound. There's no need to put an E in front of that. Otherwise, it should be no, that's not how you're saying it. You're saying it this way. L-A-F-T-R. So that is the logic, if you ask me. It should be applied. Coming up with this new language. So again, thank you very much for watching, for however little or long you did. I hope you got something out of it. Again, just my perspective, just want to add my voice to the voices out there that might be looking to change the alphabet as well. And who knows, we cross our fingers and we might have some real change to the English alphabet, to the English language and grammar itself, because there is a lot of problems and inconsistencies, to say the least, when it comes to English language. There'll be some beverages and snacks, so just a moment. Otherwise, take care. Okay, so who would like some coffee and some muffins?
Three, two, one, go! Mission failed. 3, 2, 1, go, go, go! Rest in peace, bro. 3, 2, 1, go, go, go! Three, two, one, go, go, go!